Mike McCool here in the Royal Examiner studio, and with me today is Dale Moxley. Dale is a write-in candidate for the Board of Supervisors in the Fork District.
Yes, sir.
So, Dale, welcome to the Royal Examiner. Appreciate you running. Like I ask all candidates, why in the world do you want to be on the Board of Supervisors?
Well, I think that the citizens deserve a choice.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that you should just have one choice. I think citizens, and as a concerned citizen, I think that I could probably make some really good decisions and help the citizens in Warren County out to make the right choices in the future.
Well, you missed the deadline on the get on the ballot, so you're a write-in candidate.
Yes, sir.
And I'm sure you've been. I noticed your signs are everywhere in the Fork District. You've been knocking on doors.
Yes, sir.
What are you finding out from the people you talk to?
They're concerned mainly about the taxes and what we're spending our money on. It's a school board, and I've had a lot of builders and stuff express the concerns about sometimes the permits are slow and they're not understanding everything that's coming down the pipe. It's just a lot of questions, and mainly people just don't know what's going on.
Yeah. It is interesting as you talk to people. Because obviously if they don't affect you, you're thinking everything's hunky-dory,
Oh, yeah.
And all of a sudden, I have this problem, I have that problem, and you're thinking, wow.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you're right.
It's strange. Being on the Board of Supervisors is a lot of work.
A lot of work.
And if you talking to the people that are on there now, I've talked to Cheryl and to Walt, Maeve, and Dolores and them, and they say it's a lot more than what they thought it would be.
Yeah, it's an ongoing thing, and I've been told up by many, and I've spent a lot of time out with the troops and seeing what's going on and trying to talk to as many people as I possibly can. It's a lot of time, a lot of involvement. I'm retired. I work part-time for the county, but I'll have to give that up if I become a Board of Supervisor. And
right.
So I have the time to do it, and I've been in the county for over 40 years, and I've raised 2 children here, and I would just love to see the county be on top.
Right, yeah. The Fork District, it always seems to me, kind of gets left behind because no one even knows where the Fork District is.
Yeah, that's true. That's
Unless you
true.
live there,
Right.
And parts of it's in town. But as you go out 619 and you go out that way, those roads just keep going and going, and every little windy, there's
Yes,
a
sir.
lot of stuff out there.
There's a lot of houses out there, and they're spaced just far enough apart, and I love talking to people and getting their opinions and explaining things, so hitting every door is a little tough, but we're getting through it.
You can't walk it. You got to drive to the door.
Yeah. Town is much easier. You can park and hit, go to different places.
Yeah, they got them half-mile driveways.
I'm one of them. I'm one of them. Yes, sir.
So, what are some of the other issues that you think are really important for the county-wide? Because you do represent the entire county. We got growth. We got schools. We've got jobs. I mean, there's all sorts of...
Actually, as a Board of Supervisor, I think you need to be involved in just about everything. Now, I'm not privy to everything that's going down because I'm not in there now, but I think that we should know what's going on everywhere. The schools, building, what buildings we own, what buildings, we rent, and all the different things like that. I think the biggest thing is to let the citizens know what's going on, what's happening, what's been going on, and what's coming up, so they can have a say-so. I'm by the people, for the people, of the people. And that's what it's all about. I'm for them. And I think the biggest thing is to make sure people understand and know what's going on and what's coming down.
Right. What other kind of things have you addressed as you go around? I know that you're out there pounding on them doors, and you got your door hangers going, but it's curious to find out the conversation you have, because you can't talk for 30 seconds to somebody. You're there for 20 minutes sometimes, aren't you?
Yeah, sometimes I'm there for an hour or so. We talk a lot about my history, where I came from and how long I've been here, and their history. We talk about what's happened in the county from 40 years ago up till now.
Yeah, because a lot of them people have been here a long time out there.
Yeah, I've got a lot of support from a lot of people that's been here a long time. And most of them expressed that they just don't know what's going on. They seem to read about what's happened after it's happened.
Right.
And that's really what I see is they don't know what's happening. And that's my goal, is to make sure that I can meet with people and let them know what's going to be voted on, what's being laid out, what's being proposed, and understanding fully what it is that's going on before I vote on it.
Right. How do you plan to do some of that? You have meet and greets?
Meet and greets. Meet and greets. I'm going to have meet and greets on a regular basis,
Yeah, because you got a few places you could do that.
Yeah.
Got your new fire department out there.
Yeah, they're a tremendous group out there. They're very helpful. A lot of the local businesses, I've talked to them. They said, sure, you could drop by anytime. Because, a lot of the little stores like 619 Market there,
Right.
I mean, a lot of people go in there and get coffee and
Right.
breakfast and stuff early in the morning. So just being able to be available for the public when the public's able to be with you.
Yeah, I think that's everyone's goal. They go into it thinking you can do that. Then when you become in, and you get overwhelmed with so it's a lot of work.
It can be overwhelming, but with over 25 years of serving the citizens through the Fairfax County Fire Department where I was,
Right.
I mean, I've dealt with citizens and problems and all along, so you just got to learn to make time.
Yeah. So go back. You mentioned your fire department. So what kind of experience have you had in the past? You work for the fire department. That's a pretty important job.
Over 25 years with the fire department. I made it to the rank of lieutenant when I retired. I was a firefighter / paramedic, so I was a paramedic also. So I run emergency scenes. I run all kinds of different large fires and things like that, and setting men up and setting people up and having them go where they need to go. I've also run successful businesses in Warren County. I've built several houses with my brother. We've built several houses. I had a drywall business where we run a lot of people and have to do pretty good sized budgets to make sure the money's going where it knows to go. We don't overspend. We can't spend more than what we're bringing in.
Yeah, well, and maybe the government should do that.
Well, yeah, I agree with you on that, Mike. That's for sure. Yes, sir.
It's real easy to spend other people's money, isn't it?
Oh, you very well. I see that a lot. Yes, sir.
That's one thing I noticed about the Board of Supervisors when they go through those budgets, because that's an important thing, and they interview every department and they go through there and they what are you going to do with that money? They really look through it because those pennies add up to dollars, and them dollars add up to big dollars. Yeah.
Oh yeah. It is a painstaking, trying to do stuff like that. But that's what we do. That's what we're supposed to do. We're the CEOs more or less.
Right.
We're the ones that control the money. We want to make sure that the citizens that are paying the taxes are getting what they're supposed to get and know what they're getting.
So I take it you would be a big supporter then of the public comment section,
Very
along
much.
with the current supervisors have completely changed around the flavor of the board, so to speak. This last election really changed a
Right.
lot, and
Yes.
I think this next election will take the last two seats and make more changes with it. But so you're in favor of all the public comment time and
For the people, by the people, of the people. That is what we're supposed to do. We're elected by the people. We're elected officials to do what it is they want us to do. What they, and make sure that things run the way they're supposed to, and they know what's going on.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about. That's what we need to do, is make sure everybody knows what's going on, make sure I know what's going on, make sure that I'm 100% sure of what's happening. Don't sign anything blindly, and know exactly what I'm getting ready to sign, and make sure the citizens know what's getting ready to happen.
well, you learned that in your previous job.
Oh yes. You have to assess, get good intel, and then react.
Right. Especially when you're in the fire department, you're dealing with state money, federal money, and
A whole lot of money, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, you don't buy a truck for $20, do you?
No, sir.
No,
sir.
it's a lot of work.
There's-
Well, Dale, I really appreciate you coming out and running for these offices. I think the more, the merrier, so to speak.
I agree.
I think it's good to have a competition and choice, and but you have a hard road to get that write-in. So a write-in, people have to take that extra little effort to write your name in there. So your name's easy to spell. It's easy. So remind people that we do have several write-in candidates and for several offices this time around. Normally you don't see that.
Right. Yeah.
And so it's a hard road to get, but I think it'll be you'll make an influence in the election, and regardless of who gets in there, everyone will have an influence on the direction our board's going to go.
Agreed.
And whether you get in or not, please make sure that you still keep your nose right in there.
I'm gonna stay in there. I'm definitely gonna stay in
I
there.
think you built, when you're out going door to door like you are, I think you're building up a lot of interest in local government.
Yes.
And I think people will come out to vote. They'll attend meetings. Just maybe pay a little bit more attention because of the efforts that you and others have done, just to kind of like saying, hey, this is happening in your backyard.
I agree with you on that because as normal goes, these elections are low voter turnout. This
Yeah.
one seems to be really getting people out. So people are getting involved. I think people are wanting to know. People are being educated. I think people are getting out and being involved, and that's what you need to do to have anything work properly.
It is so disappointing when you look at the total number of people that are registered, or the total number of people, and then the total number of people that are registered, that's
Yeah.
lower.
Oh, yeah.
And then the amount of people that show up to vote, that's even lower.
Yes, sir.
And it's really discouraging that, the many is governed by the few. And
yes,
it's
yes, sir.
really a shame that we don't have more turnout on that.
But I do believe in this particular election, I think that there's a lot more people that are coming out.
Good.
I think there's a lot more people.
Well, we have early voting now, and I
Yeah.
think that helps for people's schedule.
Right.
We're going to have early voting. In fact, it goes until the 30th of October. The last 2 Saturdays a month, you can vote at the registrar's office. So that's great. I mean, I think it makes a little opportunity. One thing good I hear about voting early, it locks your name in there and no one can steal your vote. That's what they tell everybody. So, we want fair and elections. So I think that's a good sign too. But Carol Tobin does a good job over there. At the
She is
registrar.
excellent.
And she's right on the spot. You can't
She-
pull the wool over her eyes.
She is excellent. I've got to know Mrs. Tobin very well, and she is excellent, and she's on top of it, and she knows what she's doing.
Yeah, that's good.
She is excellent.
Yeah, I feel real confident in our registrar's office. So
I do very much so.
that's
Yes,
good.
sir.
So, congratulations for running, and good luck on the election. And be sure if you vote for Dale, you got to write his name in.
Write my name
You
in.
won't see his name on the ballot, so want to remind people of that.
We're going to be there, though. We're going to be at the booths, and we're at the polling booths, and we're going to be there and
They're going to know who Dale Moxley
They're going to
is.
know who I am, yes, sir. And we're not done knocking on doors.
That's it.
We're hitting the doors every day.
All right.
Every day.
And we'll put contact information for Dale if you want to ask him some questions. They'll be below the video here. You can touch base with him and ask away
Anytime.
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 Appreciate it again, Dale.
Thank
Thanks
you
so much.
I appreciate it.